Obituary is an American death metal band formed in October 1984 in Tampa, Florida, United States, under the name Xecutioner, then changed the name spelling to Xecutioner before finally changing their name to Obituary in 1988. The band comprises vocalist John Tardy, drummer Donald Tardy, guitarist Trevor Peres and bassist Terry Butler. The band was a fundamental act in the development of death metal music and is one of the most successful death metal bands of all time. History: Obituary are one of the pioneering bands of the death metal genre. Founded as Xecutioner in Sefner, Florida in 1984, they soon dropped the E from their name after discovering another band of the same name, becoming Xecutioner. The band's first lineup was composed of John Tardy, Jerry Tidwell, Trevor Peres, Jerome Grable and Donald Tardy. The band released demos in 1985, 1986, and 1987. They made their vinyl debut in 1987 with 2 tracks on the Raging Death compilation. Not long after the release of the compilation, bassist Grable was replaced by Daniel Tucker. The following year, shortly before the release of the band's first album Slowly We Rot, they changed their name to Obituary. After 1997's Back from the Dead album, the band had grown tired of touring, which led to the group disbanding. During this time period, Donald Tardy played in Andrew W.K.'s touring band. Alan West focused on his 2 projects, Lowbrow and 6 Feet Under. Trevor Peres formed Catastrophic in 2001, which released 1 album, The Cleansing, in that same year. Obituary reformed in 2003 and Catastrophic continued to exist alongside the reformed Obituary. A reunion album, Frozen in Time, was released in 2005. The band's first live DVD, Frozen Alive, was released in January 2007. Obituary was signed with Candlelight Records for its next 3 releases, Xecutioner's Return, Darkest Day, and the EP Left to Die. A concert DVD release was also announced for January 2010. Since 2012, the band have been highly involved with the promotion of a new social networking site called Donation, as well as Donald Tardy beginning a cat sanctuary organization called Metal Realisha, an organization practicing a Euro trap new to vaccinate return a Euro, and caring for 25 cat colonies. In April 2010, Obituary began work on new material for their 9th studio album Inked in Blood. It was the first Obituary album not to be recorded with longtime bassist Frank Watkins since their 1989 debut album Slowly We Rot. In 2013, the band rebuilt their studio, and continued work on the new album. On Friday, August 2, 2013, the band launched a Kickstarter campaign with a goal of raising $10,000. The money raised was promised to allow Obituary to record and release their 9th album independently. The goal was met on August 3. When interviewed by Metal Webzine All About the Rock, John Tardy said of the Kickstarter campaign, "This campaign has been awesome and just confirms again what we already know, and that is that we have the greatest fans in the world. We are using Kickstarter to raise enough money to release an album on our own. This is not a bash against record companies, it is just what we want to do. Years ago this would not even be a thought, but today we feel everything is in place for us, for better or worse, give it a shot." Though the band raised enough money to self-released, they still signed to Relapse Records and partnered with the label for distribution of Inked in Blood, their first Relapse release. On October 18, 2015, their former bassist Frank Watkins died from cancer. Band members Timeline Discography Studio albums Live albums Extended plays Compilation albums Video albums Music videos References. Further reading: Obituary at Olmasic, Slowly We Rot at Olmasic. External links: Obituary CC, Obituary, Biography, Discography, Lyrics, Photos, Videos, John Tardy interview at All About the Rock Webzine, John Tardy interview at Diabolical Conquest Webzine, Donald Tardy interview at metalpaths.com, Obituary at Roadrunner Records. 2009 Splatter Tribe TV interview with vocalist John Tardy.